Hey guys, this is 103276561 here with an update video. I know I've been gone a while, but I'm sorry. I'm back for I don't know however long it's gonna be. I am making more videos sometime soon. I will be updating my library, but as of now, I have new things to show you. I've been completing a lot of stuff while I've been away. Some guns that I've been painting up is my old Raven. I have painted my Recon, and I've repainted my Alpha Trooper, which I'll show you guys a bit later. But for now, I'll show you guys the attachments first. I have actually put new batteries in my Tipman red dot sight, so I can use that instead of my traditional Nerf red dot sight. This is actually a lot better. The glass is much clearer because the other one's just plastic, but I can see through this a lot better. And I've actually created something called a midway barrel. And you know, you guys can't really see this very well because it's black on my black shirt, but this is basically an old chopped up Recon shell, just the front end of this, and it's been mated with an old red red tactical light from a Recon that I wasn't using anymore. So I just mated these two together with epoxy putty, put the female end of a barrel of any barrel attachment that you can possibly find onto the chopped up end of the Recon shell, and this goes on any barrel attachment that you can possibly think of. Yeah, it goes on a long shot, long strike, Recon, Alpha Trooper. I can't go on an Alpha Trooper. Who am I kidding? Except for mine. I can get on a Raven. Yeah, pretty well. Doesn't look that bad, but some combinations might make it look kind of weird, but it still works very well. There's a bottom tactical rail here that I use for handles, whatnot. But anyway, enough with this. I've repainted my shorty tactical barrel that I showed you in my Raven video. It's right here. You can take off the barrels, switch in new ones, and it works totally fine. Yeah, so you guys know about this. I've painted an old long strike scope, or long strike iron sight. I use it because the iron sights are pretty dang good sometimes, but other times I just don't use it because they suck. I don't know why Hasbro made something like this. You know, if they were gonna go with an old bolt, like an iron sight based off old bolt action rifles, they should have just kept this end right here, this end, with the climbing ladder, lever right there. Like the bar, to help you actually aim for further distances. Even though the streamlined darts were crap, but yeah, once modified, they're pretty accurate. Anyway, that's that, because the iron sights still work. I like using the circle end right here only. Let's see, and let's see. Oh yeah, and I've got two new stocks right here from the more recent Super Sucker Blasters. I can't remember what gun this is from, or what water gun this is from. It's the one with the Thunderbolt on it, but I really like this stock because it's very, very solid. It's very solid, nice stock. This is a collapsible buttstock. It's not modified in any way, but neither of these stocks are modified in any way. They're just recolored, repainted, with orange bits left intact. That's that. And now as for guns that you haven't seen before, this is my painted Recon. Whoa. I didn't drop that. Okay, this is my painted Recon. I have a little, what do you call it? Like a little bolt right there. A priming handle. Priming handle. That's what it's called. Yes, I put one right there because this can handle much stronger spring weights, power levels, whatever, with the power stock, but it actually helps with the priming of this blaster. Now, this basically comes into any classification of a SOP mod, Recon mod. As you can see, it becomes very, very tactical. It becomes an M4 light blaster, There it is. You guys can see that. Tell me that does not look good. Maybe it's an eyeful, but whatever. I love it. Extendable stock. There's that. And to show you what I meant by actually using a midway barrel attachment. See what this is? Midway barrel attachment. There it is. It creates it puts on a shorter barrel to your gun, but also leaving the capability of adding another barrel on top of that, making an even longer barrel. I don't know if that made sense, but yeah, this video explains itself. There's that. See? Iron sights, or not iron sights, a tactical rail right here. Good for, good for foregrips, whatnot. An older foregrip. They're made for use on an older long strike. See, foregrip, handle, right there. Orange bits left intact, whichever ones are still being used. Tack light still works. And there's that. Now, I know I've mentioned my repainted Alpha Trooper, which is right here. Black, red, with silver linings, with silver highlights, rather, sorry. The orange bits were left intact. It still has the deprogramable Alpha Trooper mod. There's that. You can still slam fire this. I will not do that in this video because I have an older video of this before it got repainted that demonstrates all of this. I have a 5 kg spring in here, and I don't want to mess up my stock internals. It still works perfectly. The reason why I got the 5 kg is because that's what works best with stock internals in any Alpha Trooper, unless you have the Orange Model Works Massacre kits, which I don't plan on getting anytime soon. Except for maybe the Recon, but for the Alpha Trooper, this is how it's gonna stay. Tactical barrel. Stock added. There's that. Looks kind of like an AK, but depending on what kind of stock you use, what kind of figuration you have it on, it will look like a SCAR, an ACR, whatnot. See, now it kind of looks like a SCAR. Because of the full-length tactical rail right on top, which I've left intact. Still has the light-up shotgun sight thingy, whatever. And yeah, I left the yellow bit for identification purposes and as a warning for people that are looking into the business end right here. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. Other than the full-length tactical rail, I've actually added an angle tactical rail right here because it makes it easier to switch off between sights, so I don't have to, reach into my pocket, load in different sights, and I can be using a sniping scope. But then let's say that this becomes a little bit too much of an eyeful for me, and I need to use a different sight on the get-go. So I just slanted over a bit. I canted a bit, and then I use the other sight right here. It is very accurate, and this works very well because the angle right here is actually almost in line with the barrel. So as long as you know exactly where to aim, this thing will hit its mark 100% of the time. Unprogramable blaster. The first unprogramable Alpha Trooper of its kind. The most badass looking one, I believe. And I've repainted and modified my Raven. Now this thing has a fitted foregrip to it. It will never come off now because I've attached it with epoxy putty. While I was putting this thing back together, I accidentally cut a few wires in there, so it's dead at the moment. But I'm going to be replacing the internals with a newer Raven that I'm going to be getting soon. But yeah, black with red. Well, black, it's a mixed mash of black and red, but it still has the silver highlights to it. Some of these pieces are still stock, like this cover plate right here. The orange bits are all stock. It doesn't look that bad with the midway barrel, but I still prefer the shorty barrel on this. See, it doesn't look that bad. The coloring isn't all, the coloring kind of cuts off at the red, but it still works. But I still think it looks boss with the shorty barrel. You know, tell me that does not look good. I dare you. There's the Tactical Raven. It might not be very, you know, good for fighting with this barrel on, but it still looks awesome. Now, future projects include more painting of stuff that I have. This minimized jolt, which becomes a undergun attachment. Like, fits onto any tactical rail, you know. Very accurate. Pretty much stock. I should modify this too, but it still works either way. It works better than most stock blasters. I know this thing will outshoot a stock Night Finder, so I'm just gonna keep it like this for a while. I'm gonna be painting this silencer. I'm gonna paint this sniping scope, which I've been meaning to do for a while actually. And I'm gonna paint my extended barrel, and I will not be showing you any of my guns with this attached until I've actually painted this on. Future projects include the Raven internal swapping, and I plan on getting a long stripe soon and then modifying that, giving that to my brother or something. But anyway, yeah, I want to be doing that soon, and well, yeah, looking forward to the new N-Strike Elite blasters, which I'm hoping to get my hands on one soon, but I don't think that'll be happening anytime soon. But hopefully it will. Alright, well, anyway, thank you for watching, as always, and have a nice day.